Hi guys, my name is Nonima Tegela. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So I want us to look at what Mnisi did with Simpiwe Buthelez's statement. Guys, today was just one of those days. It's still day one and things are going left for the state. I don't know about you, but it's end of the day now, and I must say I am impressed with Advocate Mnisi and Mncube's first day. Before we get into their business, guys, please make sure you do not forget to like, to share, to comment, and most importantly, please make sure you are subscribed on the channel. Please make sure you are watching the videos up until the end, and you are watching the ads that are coming through. When you are doing that, you'll be supporting the channel financially and in numbers. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Now, one of the issues that Mnisi dealt with thoroughly. Oh, Mnisi destroyed Simpiwe Buthelez's statement in no, I don't even think it was 10 minutes. He destroyed it. There was nothing that um, anyone can do. There was no objection, nothing, because when he was dealing with that, he was very thorough. Number one. Number two, he was not just thorough, he used a technique that we did not even see coming. Mnisi's strategy this morning caught us by surprise. We were not, okay, let me say, some of us, we were caught by surprise. We were not ready for it, and we did not anticipate how he was tackling things. So when he was dealing with the Simpiwe Buthelezi statement, he used the AVL and he checked. I think he did a mirror kind of vibes, and he checked the AVL. And in fact, he went through the AVL with Mncube to show Uguti from. I think he said quarter past one, if not half past one, in during the day on the 16th of June 2020, and showed us how the car was moving until he even said, "Oh yes, they drove." And then now he was showing us up to 2 o'clock that they were driving. And then now the statement of Simpiwe at the same time says these are some of the strangest things that happened. The statement of Simpiwe is saying the statement was taken and commissioned at Phukeng, which is Northwest province, but Simpiwe was based in KZN. I'm not sure what that means. And also, I suppose this aligns with what they were saying that in what you call an informer is the one that took them to show them when Danzi lived. Now, what is very weird about that is that high chances are Simpiwe never knew who Danzi was. Just like Danzi doesn't know who the hell Simpiwe is. It's just that Usimpiwe is dead. He can't come and explain it to himself. Chances are Usimpiwe never knew who Ndanzi was. There is absolutely no way then he would be able to go to Rustenburg and say this is where he lives. Absolutely no way. Nonetheless, that's fine. The other issue that Mnisi dealt with there is that Usimpiwe, the so-called statement of Simpiwe was taken during the time, according to the AVL, Umugane was the one that was busy driving. Because now you need to explain how is it that a Simpiwe statement was commissioned at 2 p.m. by Mugane, but the AVL says the car was driving at 2 p.m. So there is no way that Umugane could have been at Phukeng police station at that time. That's number one. The second thing is that Umugane only in his evidence in that courtroom mentions a Phukeng police station. It was in the evening when they went to arrest Undans. And when they went to arrest Undanzi in that at that evening, they did not even ask for rooms to sit down with people so they can take statements. And if you also remember, Undanzi was taken to the police station, yes, but they just filled in the OB book. They did OB entries. Not that Undanzi was ever inside the police cells at Phukeng police station. I don't know if you guys remember that. It's quite interesting. So how on earth now are they going to be telling us that hey, we went to the police station like that to sit and take statements, and then that statement says that the office is in Pretoria, but this issue of the statement being taken, that is one thing that Mnisi successfully done before even tea time, dismantled that situation to show discrepancies, contradictions, etc. when it comes to the evidence of Mohane. So Mohane was proven as the liar that he was in that witness box, because there was a lot of things that he said that he lied about, and the AVL exposed him. Once again, he's being exposed today by Umnisi when he was dealing with Umncobe. I don't know, man. I think he's doing very well. It's just that we were tatazeling Tina. So one thing that appears to capture us and that we can focus on is that advocate Mnisi's line of questioning appears to have concentrated on several issues that could affect the weight the court gives to so-called Simpuwe statement, because he is not there, he passed away, so I don't think they are going to give any weight to it. Now, when it comes to the commissioning versus the AVL timing, if the defense establishes that the statement was commissioned at 2 p.m. at Pokeng police station, while AVL data indicates the vehicle transporting the commissioner was still driving at the same time, now defense is in a great position to argue that there is a contradiction regarding when and where the statement was commissioned. If accepted, that could raise serious questions about the statement's reliability or the accuracy of the police record, because there is absolutely no way. It's not making sense. So the defense's objective currently is to show that the investigation or statement taking process contained inconsistencies. Whether those inconsistencies are enough to undermine the evidence will depend on the state's explanation and the judge's assessment of all evidence. Other than that, all I can say is that Umnisi is doing great things, and Umnisi is doing a great job because he is dealing exactly with what needs to be dealt with. So, what are your thoughts when it comes to this? Because now I felt like that 2 o'clock was bravo. Even though when he was doing all of that, I was not understanding what he is doing, but he showed up, he showed off, and he was like, boom, 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 here I am. That is what I wanted to show. This statement, he even said he's bringing it up because that statement refers to Mnube's name a lot. So he still is going to come inside the statement and deal with the points that are inside regarding Mnube. But one thing that we can take away from this is that Mnisi, what he was, for me, saying is that that statement does not make sense. There is no way that Simpiwe did the statement. That is what I could make from that. What were your thoughts when it comes to this? I want to hear from you. Let's talk with comment section. Thank you so much. Please be respectful. Like, share, comment if you like this analysis of the Senzomewa case. I want to hear from you. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Enjoy your day. Bye bye.